Hi everyone, I'm Angela. Welcome and welcome back to Angela's Fashion Mix. I hope you've had a fantastic day. Happy Sunday. And if you are new, this is where I talk about fashion and all the wonderful things related to it. And sometimes I share DIY. Sometimes I take you on tours of stores that I frequent. That's what we do here. So welcome to the channel. And today I'm recapping a little bit on a couple of brands that I have worked with in the past few months and just want to give you an update now that I'm far into what those items were. And I'm also talking a little bit more about what's trending this season. If you don't follow trends, that specifically, there may be some things you can pick up to maybe incorporate some of those pieces you already have in your closet and putting together some looks that you have not worn before. If you're new, I talk about wearing a lot of our clothes that we already have and how to incorporate new pieces once we bring them home. And a moment to say thank you to those of you who participated in the sale. I appreciate your time for spending your Thursday night with me. And it was a fun time. And some of you all are quick with the button. I appreciate your time and I thank you all for participating. I got a couple of emails from you all that said I didn't have your sizes this time, but you were there being a part, hanging in there with everybody else and cheering them on when they found something they wanted. So that helps. That is a great spirit to have. I definitely appreciate that kind of camaraderie. I'm starting with two of the fragrances that I've been wearing by Dossier, and I want to let you know which one I've been enjoying the most, and you'll be able to clearly see which one that is. And the first fragrance is the Ambery Vetiver, and that is the one that is inspired by Bal d'Afrique. And the other is Flora Lang Lang, and that one is inspired by Chanel's Gabrielle. So these are the two fragrances. The Ambery Vetiver has one out, and the Ambery Vetiver is a unisex scent, and the Flora Lang Lang is, of course, for women. So there are quite a few options there if you want to try those. I'll try to remember to link the two of them, but those are my favorite that I've been wearing. So I want to give you an update on that. And also the dress that I was wearing in my short today in the pink, I got that from Temu. That was the first purchase I made independent of collaborations. So I wanted to try them out and I ordered 5 dresses. That was one of them. And so I wanted to follow up. I like it and I absolutely love the color combination. It's quite different, but I do like the dress. So just wanted to follow up on those couple of things to let you know just how things have turned out. So let's get into what's trending for fall to see if we can pull some of these elements into our day-to-day looks. And I'm starting with clutches. So we know that clutches come in a variety of styles, sizes, but they all are a complement. And I think clutches are one of those things. It's a matter of comfort. It's a matter of comfort for me. And actually, it depends on where I'm going as to whether or not I will carry a clutch. How hands-free do I need to be? But I'm going to show you a couple that I have. And because this is something that's kind of trending for the coming season with regard to metallics, this isn't exactly a metallic, but it does have a bit of a shiny component to it. And if I wanted, I could also add the straps back to it, but it is silver and of course can be a very neutral opportunity if I'm looking for something and I don't have something to match. It's a great way to pull in a handbag. And also, this one is kind of oversized. And of course, a great item for fall coming up with the texture. So a nice way to layer, add some textures, of course, is with your handbags. So I'm also showing you a couple of clutches here. And this one is by Michael Kors here. It seems to have a soft finish. I like the size of it. And so that was one reason I wanted to show that one. And of course, if you want a pop of color, easy way to throw in color into a mixture of all black or all white or any other color is just to add a simple bag. And a clutch is a great way to do that. And of course, camel. If you're new here, it is one of my favorite color options for fall. And I wear it throughout the year. I think this is a great look. And in a clutch for this particular style, I think this is a great way to pull this trend into our wardrobes. So from clutches, I'm moving on to accents. And one of the accents that we're looking at is Bows or ties. If you're wearing blouses that have ties at the neck, a great time to pull those out. And they can be as simple and dainty or as big and full as we can bear. So if you have those blouses you haven't worn in a while and they have ties at the neck or bows, pull them out and just find some ways to incorporate them into trending colors that I mentioned in my last video. So along with bows, not only are they at the neckline, you can also incorporate them in other places on your garments. And one thing I recommend when it comes to bows, I recommend those like I do flower pins, because if you can find a way to detach them and move them from garment to garment, that's a great way to accent. So if you can incorporate that in, if you got to pin it on in a different place, you may can wear it up high one time at the neck or down low on the waist. So a great way to incorporate a bow in a different location is to make it detachable. And you know I love jumpsuits and I love a focal point. And what better way than to do both in one garment? The jumpsuit and this beautiful bow detail. It's elaborate, it's dramatic, it's a focal point. And if you're okay with something of this size, then a great way to just add a statement to your look is to go big. This is a very large focal point, and you may be careful as to where you go with it with regard to sitting or eating or those kinds of things. But if that's not of concern, this is a great way to add some drama to your outfit. Now, I've mentioned that I wear suits all the time. I like suits. I will continue to like suits. And what they're calling suits for the coming season is the power suits. If you haven't been wearing your suits, now's the time to pull them out and create those looks with your suits. I think for us as women, when we throw on a suit in a corporate setting, I think it makes us look serious. It makes us look like we're about our business. It looks powerful, and it looks like we have our not just business together, but we have things together generally. I think it gives a presentation of power, and I think giving it the name power suit, I think that sets a tone for what's coming in this trend. So bring out those suits. You can put on a suit and go to dinner. I encourage you, wear your suits, or if you don't want to go full on with a suit, you can definitely incorporate a blazer into this space. I think that also is setting the same kind of tone. Of course, we want to accessorize it, and that's going to finish off the look. But bring out those suits and those blazers for this space. And my best recommendation when it comes to a suit, if you're talking about a power suit, is to go black. I think the black alone just makes a statement. And it can be a skirt suit or a pantsuit. Either way, the message is there. Now, if you want to be a little less formal, I would say go with color, and burgundy is a great way to do that. A great color to mix in with your suit lineup. Still business, but less formal than the black. If you're going to events and you want to stand out a little bit, you can definitely stand out in red. But if you're going to prepare for the holiday, maybe it's not too early to start thinking about that when it comes to workplace or comes to suits, is to go with a little sparkle and add a little sequin detail. And of course, you can definitely do so with silver for the holiday. Either way, you can make a statement with color or statement with the sequins and still be in a suit. And with the metallics being up front and out there this season, the silver, the sequins mixed together is a great way to add that component into your wardrobe. And if you didn't want to go full on with the suit, if that's too much, then you could always just throw on a metallic or silver swing jacket or a blazer or a cardigan that has that sparkle or that silver component to it and still be very much on trend. Probably during winter last year, I made a statement about coats doing the work for you. If you're in those positions where you need to be out when it gets cooler or colder, and you need to be out but don't want to dress up to go out, I highly recommend statement coats. Let the coat do what you don't want to do underneath. And if you don't have to take your coat off, then you still look very pulled together in a way. Nobody has to know what's under your coat, but the statement is going to come from the coat. So with this trend, leather is going to be on full display. If you can pop some color in with the leather, that's going to be a nice way to have that presentation where it looks like you did a bit when you may not have done anything at all other than put on your coat. If you really want to add some interest and make a statement with your coat, go with a bold print. It's going to do all the work and make a statement for you. And finally, with camo, also a statement style. If camo is not a print that you would normally wear, this is one way to bring it into your wardrobe and give it a try, is with a coat. But not just a coat. This particular style, or a style that you can find that has some interest to it, is a great way to incorporate it and let the coat do the work. And that way you're exploring with it a little bit and at the same time engaging in the trend. So these are some ways that you can incorporate some of the trends that are coming for fall and winter. I will be sharing more as we move through the next few weeks, and I will also be bringing you some looks incorporating some of these trends. So I wanted to kind of lay the foundation, and as fall approaches, it's time to start thinking about what those things that we're going to be using are going to look like. How are we going to mix those in to what we already have? Where are we going to get those things that we don't have? So I've included links to several of the pieces that are in the video, and they're from Amazon to Nordstrom and a few different places in between, just to give you some ideas of what's out there, what price that maybe you'll enjoy having in your wardrobe. I thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. Do like the video and share it with your family and friends. I always appreciate your shares. Everyone, until next time, have a great start to your week, and I will see you in the next video.